Content Part 1. The Asuras carried the dead body of Sri Mahabali to his capital, where Sri Shukracharya, their teacher priest Sri Shukra, brought him to life again by the help of sacred herbs. Sri Mahabali instantly waged another war, fiercer than the previous ones, with the Devas, and having defeated them, he drove them out of their realm and brought it under control. Srimad Bhagavatam, Skanda 8. As the whole of heaven came under the sway of Sri Bali, the Devas began to leave the country one by one. Everybody was happy and comfortable under the rule of Sri Bali. But the Devas and Brahmanas were denied the privileges they deserved. They approached Sri Vishnu and represented their grievances. Sri Vishnu told them thus, "Bali is devoted to me. Still, to redress your grievances I shall take the incarnation of Sri Vamana, shortly." In course of time, the Asuras and their countries began to be weakened. Seeing the approach of destruction, Emperor Sri Bali became thoughtful. He approached Sri Prahlada to learn the reason. Sri Prahlada told Sri Bali thus, "Sri Vishnu is now staying in the womb of Sri Aditi Mata for his incarnation as Sri Vamana. That is why the country and the Asuras are subjected to destruction." Hearing this, Sri Mahabali said, "Our Rakshasas, demons, are more powerful than that Sri Vishnu." Hearing these haughty words of Sri Bali, Sri Prahlada got angry and cursed Sri Bali, "Let your country be destroyed." Sri Bali requested Sri Prahlada to pardon him. Sri Prahlada advised Sri Bali, "You will get salvation only by relying on Sri Vishnu." Sri Vamana Purana 77. The defeated Devas had taken refuge in forests. Sri Aditi Mata, the mother of the Devas, was very sorry at this. She shed tears before her husband Sri Kashyapa Prajapati, who advised his wife to take a fast of 12 days, and taught her the rules and rituals of the fast. Accordingly, she took the fast. Sri Vishnu appeared before her and asked her what boon she wanted. She requested Sri Vishnu to take birth as her son, to drive away Sri Bali and to restore her sons, the Devas, gods, to their kingdom of heaven. Sri Mahavishnu agreed. Sri Aditi Mata became pregnant and gave birth to the son Sri Vamana. He was the fifth incarnation, Avatara, of Sri Mahavishnu. At this time Sri Mahabali was performing a sacrifice on the bank of the river Narmada. Sri Vamana came to the place of sacrifice in the dress of a hermit boy and told Sri Mahabali that he was a helpless hermit boy and requested that he might be given 3 steps of ground. Sri Mahabali was pleased with the boy and told him that he was willing to give the boy even the country called Bringaraka and that he was prepared to forego the kingly pleasures for the boy. The hermit boy did not show any desire for them. So, many gathered round them to witness this sight. The teacher Sri Shukracharya called Sri Mahabali and said that the boy was a cheat and that his request should not be granted. But Sri Mahabali decided to grant the wish of the boy, and as a token of his gift he began to offer the boy water from a water pot. Then, the teacher got into the mouth of the pot in the shape of a moat and water would not flow freely out of the mouth of the pot. Knowing this, Sri Vamana took a grass of darbha and pushed it at the mouth of the pot. The grass pierced one eye of Sri Shukracharya. From that time onwards Sri Shukracharya had only one eye. Water flowed freely into the hands of Sri Vamana. Sri Shukra got angry and cursed Sri Bali. Sri Vamana began to measure the ground and simultaneously began to grow. The Asuras, who were horrified at this, began to attack Sri Vamana with anything they could lay hands on. Still Sri Vamana was growing. Finally, he became an immensely large being. With one step he measured the whole of earth, and with the second step he took the whole of heaven. Then, he asked Sri Bali, where to place the third step. Sri Mahabali said that he had only his body left, as his own, and that Sri Vamana might take it and complete 3 steps. Sri Vamana placed his foot on the head of Sri Bali and pushed him down to Patala, the netherworld. Thenceforward, the Asuras, demons, became the inhabitants of Patala, the underworld. Srimad Bhagavatam, Skanda 8. Once, Ravana, king of Lanka on earth, visited Bali, who was under custody in Patala, and said to him, "I have come to save you from here." So get yourself free from the custody of Sri Mahavishnu, with my help. Hearing this, Sri Bali asked Ravana to fetch the 2 earrings of Hiranyakashipu, which were shining like blazing fire, a little away from them. Ravana moved forward to take them, but he fell unconscious. Sri Bali caused him to recover and said, "These earrings were worn by my great-grandfather Hiranyakashipu. How could you, who are not even capable of taking his earrings, save me from his slayer, Sri Vishnu?" Sri Vishnu is almighty and all-powerful and the supreme lord of everything. Hearing this, Ravana was filled with shame and he returned. Sri Valmiki Ramayana, Uttara Kanda, Prakshipta Sarga. Sri Bali, who was fallen from power, took birth in the womb of a donkey and roamed about. Sri Brahma instructed Sri Indra to find out Sri Bali. From his childhood, Sri Mahabali was a hater of the Brahmins. Sri Lakshmi Mata had forsaken Sri Mahabali because he behaved haughtily towards Brahmins. MB, Shanti Power, Chapters 216,218.